thanks guys for sticking through, and this is the part 3 of the daily outlook I do for you guys, where we are going to have a quick rundown on the USD pairs, which are what you call the major pairs. Okay, let's start from by the way, I've done the part 1 which I did as the JPY pairs, because I wanted to have a quick rundown on the JPY pairs, telling you the things to expect, and the move is gonna make you some big profits. You're gonna make good money. And the part 2 was about CFDs, indices, and a few cryptos, where I also took you through a rundown on things to expect. So this part 3, we're going to take a look at the USD pairs and maybe some other few pairs that we can just hop onto and take a view on them. So let's start from Euro USD. I remember I was thinking this move could be maybe we'll get rid of it. I was thinking this move could possibly be this. Remember, I was thinking this move could possibly be this, or it could be this. Okay, and I was being skeptical. I didn't want to connect this to this yet, because this might just be a correction on its own, where you have a 1 2 3, where you have a 1 2 3, and where you have this. So it might just be contracting whatever there, and this is just and this is just a move on its own. This is just a move down on its own. Okay, so that was why I left it open. So maybe this is this, or maybe this is all linked to this, and we're just gradually starting the big correction I told you we most likely are going to get any moment from now on the Euro USD, GBP USD, NZD USD, and AUD USD, something like that. I mentioned that you can go watch my previous videos yesterday, day before yesterday, and so on, so you can have a quick glimpse of the top-down analysis I did and telling you things to expect. So looking at this right now, it seems to have completed, and don't just jump into the trade, because this is still looking upwards. See this right here, still looking upwards and looking downwards as well. So that's why you shouldn't jump in, but you can put your entry order just a little bit above that top, because this could be doing this. This could be doing this, where it does this, come down here and go. Okay, it could also do this and it starts coming down to break this low again. Okay, so we don't know which one it's doing right now. All you need to do is to, if you think it's going to continue going up, put an entry order there above the top and go for it while you trade it with caution. Okay, while you trade it with caution and move yours. Once it goes out of your zone, you can put your stop loss to break even and see if it continues. And on the bigger picture, we have, I remember I told you that we might just be expecting a bigger correction here, depending on if we are coming for this move, and that if we are coming for this move, we can also have a correction here to go down further maybe from an expanding flat before we go down, come down for this, and go back up. Anyways, whichever one it is, we will figure it out pretty soon. That's one thing for sure. As long as we follow it, we will figure it out. So this one is going quite well, and if you had that entry order earlier on when I said it, and I think you should be in the trade right now, just keep it. It will go, just keep it. And if you're not in that order already, in that trade already, you can just have a market order in there for now. It's not a trade call though. You can decide to make your further research before you do, because it's already at the point where the pending order was supposed to be. So it's still the same if you have an instant market or order execution right there. So let's go. NZD USD. All right, so this didn't happen quite the way we thought it will happen, and that brings us to thinking that this move came down quite a lot more than we anticipated, and this could be, let's even go for Fibonacci. Let's see what we have. Yeah, and this could be this. As you can see, it's 100% of that move, and this could be this, maybe just, and this move just had to come down very low before we could get this. And if you watch, this is just a pullback on its own. And if you watch, you can see, we don't need this, you can see that this move had already broken this low. So once it has broken this low, anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. It could be that this also is this, and will come down some more. Okay, but for now we are going to leave it this way, and we're even going to put this across here and see if this is channeling. Okay, I'm going to put it across here and wait to see what it is doing. And put it across the way to see what it is doing, and if it is also going to come for this move. Remember, we are anticipating for this move, which is, put it here, which is, must not be the same length, might be more or less, so we might still get that move coming here. So we can't tell yet until we see it happen. So if it comes right here, forms a flag, if it breaks out here, let me do this in a way you can understand. If it breaks out of this, if it breaks out of this, if it breaks out of this, forms a flag, buy it for this move. Yeah, buy it for that move. Now there's a difference between this coming right here, making a flag for continuation, and this coming right here, making a short impulse, making a flag on the impulse, and you just jump in and buy because you heard someone say buy. Now if it does this might be going down, and we can have this in the middle. Okay, and if we're having this, we're thinking channeling. Okay, that's an option, and that's one other thing to consider before you jump into the trades. And here is the thing to be on the safer side, or if you're thinking we are coming for this move, or that you don't know which one it is, but you don't want to get caught up in whatever that will happen after it breaks this stop, whatever, yada yada yada, you can go back to the 5 minutes and you can, hold on, let me take a really good view at this. Okay, you can go back to, okay, it broke this, it's forming a correction, so you can wait for this move on the 1 minute, and you can put your entry order here. Once you see this pullback, you can only put your entry order once you see this pullback, equivalent of this. Put your entry order, so when it goes, you put it to break even. So if it comes out of here, forms an impulse, start forming a flag, you just exit the market here, or you just wait, because it could just form an impulse, form a flag, come down here, go back, form correction, go back, come here, complete this, and still go. All right, so that's another option to look out for or to consider right there, and that's a possibility that could also happen. So let's go to AUD USD, where we have this, and we are coming for this most likely, and we will continue going down most likely. So AUD forming all these clusters, these clusters right here, we are thinking channel also, and this one thinking maybe ending expanding diagonal. Yeah, thinking maybe ending expanding diagonal, where we can also see this come down and go for this move possible, where we also have the possibility that NZD USD will do this, come down for this and go for this. Okay, so if you take a look at both of them, you'll see that similarity or possibility right there. Okay, so let's go back to AUD USD. So this move might just be coming now, and you can, this is a 15 minutes chart window, you can just wait for this to complete. You can just wait for this to complete, wait for an impulse, wait for a correction, and you can sell to break this low, and possibly come all the way down to this length or to this extent. All right, and that's it for AUD USD trade setups or trade confirmation or whatever, however you call it. So if this is an ending expanding diagonal, after whatever is happening here happens, we are going to get a big correction for further down move. All right, I have said it now. You can take a snapshot of that, you can record this and just use that as your guide to whatever you should be looking out for. USD card. So yesterday I told you I was expecting this to go break the top and start coming down for this move, but I told you I don't know how far this move might go. Okay, so but the question right here is, are we coming down for this move, or are we just going to form another correction here and go up? Most likely we might form another correction here and go up before we come down for this move. I don't know, I am not sure, but let's go to the lower time frame and see. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, it's formed an it formed an impulse. It's forming a correction here. This also could be a 1 2 3 complete here, go back up. Let's go to the 15 to see what we have. Okay, we have a clear impulse. We have this, we have this, we have this. We can just come here, go back up, and with all that we can just be forming a correction here. But if you see this come back, go back up, go back to the 5 minutes, wait for an impulse, wait for a correction, you can sell it to, once it breaks this low, put your stop loss to break even, because you don't know if it will go back up to break that top, which is most likely going to happen, but I am not sure which one it is going to do because I don't control the market, remember. And I hope you understood what I did there. We have this, we have this, we have this. We could also have this go up some more, alright? But if he does, we wait for an impulse, wait for a correction, we sell, because this could also be this that fell short, and from here we get this, making this. Okay, and then you sell it, because this most likely is a correction for some more up moves. But if it comes down quite some more, that would be perfect, where we get this, complete this, we get this, complete this, and we can go up to break the top again. Yeah, so, and after that, remember we have this move that we haven't made yet, and why you're going to sell this and put your trade to break even if it breaks this low, and see if it reverses, forms a flag to continue, and then you exit, or if it forms a flag to continue, is because of this move right here. So this could also be a start of this. You never know, all right? You never know, so that's a possibility. That's a possibility. And if it does this, finish whatever it's doing here, comes down, does this, and it's going back up, you wait for an impulse, you wait for, especially when it breaks out of this, before correction somewhere, and you can get back into the trade in the opposite direction, okay, thereby safeguarding your capital and not just risking it. So this, I also have told you to wait for this move coming down, because this might just be a start of that move. Okay, might just be the start of that move. We can even, because of this whole thing, we can even form another correction here before we come down, and that is also a possibility that could happen, because it's not coming down as sharp as we wanted it to come down. So we might see all these, we might see a correction here before we get this. That is also possible. And USD CHF, this one I told you yesterday to just stay away from it, because this thing right here might just be this. So Remember, this one was slow, but not as slow as this one. But it could just be this. It could just be it. It could just be on this. It could be going back up for this. Okay, and we could be coming back down for this before we get this break to the top. Anyways, just keep your eye on this one, and let's take a look at the 4 hours. Okay, gradually we also are expecting this move to come. I am expecting it, at least, and I am expecting this move afterwards, at least, and I am expecting this continuation. So I would say stay away from USD CHF for the time being until further notice. Okay, it's what other trades we're gonna look at. Okay, so this actually proved it's not what we are thinking it should be, and if you had your entry order here, just like I told you, you can see you wouldn't be tagged in that, and it went up. If you saw this and you bought, that's okay. You saw this, you bought, breaking out of this for me, you bought, that's okay. You saw this doing here and your entry order is here, that's okay. But let's take another look at whatever that has happened here. This now becomes this, right? This becomes this, where we have this as a deep pullback. This becomes a correction, and this becomes the final impulse for the correction, and we just went back up, and we are going to break the stop. Of course, we will break the stop. Now this is not an entry order, but we haven't broken it yet. We just came pretty close, but we haven't broken it yet. So we are going to break that up, and that there might be what we need as a confirmation. And once we break the top, when we break the top and you have a correction, you can buy it, knowing that this might just be all the move we need. Buy it to break the top again, just like I did in my top down analysis. I think I've done this, that's what you call it, top down analysis, right? Yeah, I think I've done this a few times, where this becomes the impulse, a correction, oh sorry, the impulse, a correction, the impulse, a correction, the impulse, okay, and then we get this finally, or we get an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse. You get this finally, and we'll still go up. So that's it for that. And let me put this in a way it won't confuse you, because that is the low. In a way it won't confuse you. And if you take a look at this, you see this was the low. Okay, that was the low. Yeah, as you can see, that was the low. It was the low. So yeah, just wait for that. Sorry, think I need to go back and clean that. Clean this up. Clean up. Clean up, yeah. GBP, CHF. This one we are still expecting this move to come, and it seems it's happening. You might even go break the top. Yeah, it seems it's happening. So just wait for this. Wait for it to complete whatever it's doing right there. Wait for it to complete whatever it's doing here. And you can put your entry order here and just wait, just in case if this goes up really fast without giving you confirmation. So this went up quite well without breaking the low again, but I told you to anticipate that move, and this becomes this. Okay, so this ended here, and that one didn't give us a clear setup, didn't give us a clear one, but that's okay. And GBP NZD, so after this we are anticipating for this move down. So GBP NZD, okay, did some wonders there, where this was the correction, right? And this was this one in the middle, and it is gradually giving us that complex correction where we most likely will have to get this again. Okay, and could also have completed this. Okay, so be careful too, though, because this right here might just be repeating itself somewhere here. Okay, which I don't really see it happening, but though it could before we get this to break the top again, and before we get that move. So just keep your eye on that. But if you see on this 15 minutes, if you see a good flag, you can sell, and once it moves away from your entry point, you put your order to your trade, to break even, and see if it goes for this trade. What other thing do we have? AUD NZD. What were we expecting from this one? Okay, we came down here. We had this correction, we came down. We're having this correction, we most likely will come down. And if we're having this inside of this, we most likely get this back up, get this, and if all that happens inside of this, then we might get this move coming up for this before we get that. Might just be a possibility. Keep your eye on that one. Not the best of them all, but yeah, you can keep your eye on that one, or you can just steer clear. You can steer clear and look for some other instruments that their moves are quite clear and not just so clustered. So we had this, we're getting this right here, and this correction happened here. Okay, and the question right here is this a standalone correction on this own, or does it have anything to do with this. That becomes a question. But if we see a convincing correction here, we'll sell it to this low, sell it to that low, and then see what happens once it gets to this area. Euro AUD, okay, also went back up. I completed the correction here, which fell short, but running flat and went back up. So this brings us to this question: is this all the correction? And this also touched the top. So the question is this all the correction and we are going back up? Could be, could also not be. So how do you trade this? That becomes a question. How do you trade this? You need to wait for the 1 hour flag right here, since it has broken the top, or maybe further down, wait for the flag before you buy, because this could also be this moves further down, be this correction that still comes down. And if it be that still comes down, we have this in it, we have this, and we might still get this. Okay, so before you buy, wait for a 1 hour correction, since once it breaks this top, once it breaks that top, look for a 1 hour correction that proves it is going further up before you jump into that. Okay, Euro card formed quite well, like expected, and now you might just be getting ready for, flip this, we don't want it that way, yeah. You might just be getting ready for the sales. Okay, just be getting ready for the sales and anticipate for that, or anticipate that. English is hard, so anticipate that and look for the sell opportunities. So how would you sell it? Allow it to make an impulse, make a correction, a flag, so to say, you can sell. And this is Euro card, and that will be leading us down below, and we could just be going for this move. Okay, yeah, Euro NZD. Okay, going good. And if you get a flag, a 1 hour flag here, if you get a 1 hour flag here, you can buy this, and this will be all the correction. It was a slow start, this was the correction in the middle, and we could be going for this. There is also an option that this is a 1 2 3, making a 1 in this correction. This is a 1 2 3, making it a 2 in this correction. So we have 1, we have 2, and we are going to get 3. There's also a possibility for that. That's why I said wait for a correction and sell. Now if you go down to the 15 minutes, you could be waiting for a correction. It gives you this, goes down, goes down, but this becomes the first impulse in a possible correction here, where it also starts doing this, going back up, and eventually doing this. Okay, so you have to be very cautious if you're going to take a 15-minute flag. Once it moves out, put it to break even, because there's a possibility that this move is the one that we are expecting to go up. Okay, great. So that is it. Let's mark this out. We don't need this. Yeah, mark it out, and let's see how it goes. Let's put a tag on it and see Euro CHF. This could be forming. It actually went back up. This could be forming a flag here for one more move to break this stop, because we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me expand this so I don't get you confused. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So this could be going up to break this stop again. But here's the thing. If it forms a flag here, you might want to consider selling it. Yeah, because this move might just have completed and we're going further. So if it forms a flag here, you can sell it. Oh, so this move happened. Wow, it did happen. But it formed another correction here, which is okay, and then it broke below again. And for this to come down this low, it means that we might just be in a correction right here. So we could see this. Sorry, that's a bit too much. We could see this. I mean, for this, maybe we might get that, and if we get that, we're going to get this, and if we get that, we're going to get this, and if that be it, then we're going to get this, and if we get that, we're going to fall. No, we are not going to fall. The instrument, the market is going to fall. Sorry about that. So yeah, but that will give us this impulse, this correction and impulse, or correction and impulse, and all this will be completed for us to go down. All right, so keep your eye on this one. It's going to be interesting. Okay, keep your eye on it. It's going to be interesting. As time goes on, we'll do another top-down analysis on this, because we have this whole correction here. We have this. So if you have these corrections happening inside of this impulse, so we have an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, we will get this, and all this becomes correction. And if all that becomes a correction, what are we going to get next? We are going to get, of course you're right, we're going to get this. Okay, we're going to get that, and if we get that, what are we expecting. So we have what we're expecting. Now we ask the question, we look at this thing to see if it's a standalone correction on its own, or if we are to link it to this, which might most likely be it. Okay, which might most likely be it. Let's leave it that way for now. And if we get all that and come into this low, then we might get this. Because this is an impulse correction, an impulse. So, or we get that, or we get a big correction to come down for that. Let me look at the weekly and see what we have there. Okay, so we have this in it. This wasn't sharp, so this, okay, so we might have if we have this break the low, we might either go up, so making this a 1 2 3, making this the correction in the middle, and then we'll come for 1 2 3, and that 1 2 3 or 1 2 3 an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, which will take us to this low, because this is a 1 or 2. So we might get this 3, very weird, and we might get this move coming up. Anyways, that's a long time from now. We just have to take it bit by bit, little after little, and see what it does afterwards, after this correction here, I mean. So yeah, keep your eye on this one too. Keep your eye on it. We'll keep on, of course, analyzing it as it goes. NZD card. Okay, it didn't happen where I thought it would happen. It happened later on. That's cool. That's cool. Did it break this low? Almost coming to break that low. Did it break this one yet? No, it hasn't broken this one yet too. So we have these two lines here, these two lows, sorry, that hasn't been broken. So but afterwards, anyways, afterwards we will get this move afterwards. We'll get. And another question is this a standalone correction, or is this a flat? I remember we had that before, okay, and we changed it because of some things that happened. Okay, so here is the thing. We are going to leave this as two standalone corrections on their own, and we're going to leave this as a possible running flat. Now all of these options are open. They are open, and here's the thing. If we get something like this, if we get something like this that comes down, we'll know it's this, and this becomes the only standalone correction, making this a 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay, but if we get this, then this becomes the flat in the middle, and this was a 1 2 3. And here is the thing. If we get this becomes this. Sorry, if we get this that comes here, comes to break the low again, this becomes this, and we have this to come, then this becomes the flat, it becomes a 1, 2 and a 3, and we get this. So there are many possibilities that could happen here. You just have to keep your eye on it. NZD CHF. So we finally broke the low, which wasn't what I was expecting. So we have this. Did it break the top? Let me take a look. Close look actually. Did it break the top? It didn't break the top. It didn't break the top. It didn't. So we have an impulse, we have a correction, we have this, which means this might not be what we are looking at. So we leave this alone for now as a standalone correction, and we just stay with this for now, and also have the possibility of this option right here where we have a running flat in the middle, we have an impulse, we have a correction, and then we are expecting a move to come break this top, which it did, and we have this as all the correction we're to get. Then this move is completing on its own, and we still get this move up. That is also a possibility right there. So you just have to wait, hold on patiently, and see what it does. CAD CHF, and this might be the last we are going to touch. We get that. We got that move down, a correction, a move down, a correction, a move down. This might be completed, and if we get a good flag here, we will sell it to break this stop, and maybe to come a bit further. Okay, for this. Okay, sorry. Let's take a look at this possibility first, that this is completed. Oh gosh, that this is completed, and we are getting this correction right here for this, making this a 1, 2, 3. Remember, we had a 1, 2 and a 3, and we got this, and we're getting this. So if we have that, all these moves inside of this, it makes this most likely a correction for further down move. So but the immediate trade we have right now is that this could either form a correction here to go up, and we might take it to come to this stop first, and we'll see if it becomes a running flat with this, that will come down for this, go back up for this, and we sell again. Or if it will be this, that will come up for this straight from here, and we'll still go for this trade. So those are the possibilities, and you can keep your eye on this one as well. That is CAD CHF. You can keep your eye on this one as well. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you trade safe, trade carefully, make some money, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because more of these are in the store coming for you guys from wherever it is loaded, wherever it is being preserved or is stocked. Okay, trade carefully. Today is still the 25th day of October 2024, and I will see you tomorrow. And I also want to ask if you want me to stop uploading these things as video, but then start doing live recording, like live streaming on YouTube, where we stay together, we take the trades and we make money together. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and whatever other information or question you want to ask in the comment section, you can leave it there. I'll do my best. I'll find time to attend to you guys. Bye for now. See you.